Yo, 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 what's going on, people? Uh-oh, what's going on? Why we still got the music playing? All right, there we go, there we go. What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing this morning? Thank y'all for tuning in to another D. Elliott Live Fitness live stream. I'd greatly appreciate you, and unfortunately the soundboard ain't clicking, but here we go. There we go. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the applause. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, buddy, we are here today on another live stream we got for you. We got a very interesting show tuned in for y'all today. As you know, we are streaming on 3 platforms. We have Twitch. If you're over there, give us a follow. If you're on Kick, follow as well. And YouTube as well. We're on YouTube. But on YouTube, I want you to also go ahead and hit that like button. As the icon that you're going to see right there. Hit that for me. That'd be greatly appreciated. Get the algorithm up. Get this message out to other people tune into the show and give their input. So thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. We greatly appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Gotta give that air horn sound out. And today's gonna be a really good one. It's gonna be interesting. Take a sip of my coffee. Whew, yeah. Today's gonna be a really good one. It's gonna be real good and interesting. We got, our 4 topics. We got fitness coming in, seeing what goes down at the gym and what's going on. And then we have our dark humor segment, which is gonna be some pretty good ones we got on the list for you today. The dark humor segment is gonna be pretty funny, I think so. Then we're gonna tap into the economy and see how families are doing in the economy nowadays, because it's getting pretty rough out there. Then we're going to see how the economy's looking, shaping it up for families in different situations. And then we're going to tap in to AI. And we're also going to review some, was it movies? No, not movies, but like TV shows that kind of give a striking similarity to how life is today. We're going to go over a particular movie that we have. It's called, not movie, I keep saying movie, not movie. A TV series or Netflix series by the name of Black Mirror. We're going to go over that, and that's going to be interesting to watch and kind of give you an input or give like further insight on how things look. It's going to be very, very interesting. Yes, yes. So do me a favor, please give us a follow and like and all that good stuff. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this show, man. I have a few good things. We got a few new sounds on there, for a good day. We're gonna have some victory going on. Yes, sir, and that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a real good one. So get ready, buckle up, and also
prepare to meet your doom.
That's right. Prepare to meet your doom because it's finna go down. Today's gonna be an interesting one. And I got a few more soundboards on here that I'm having fun with. I'm really enjoying these, man. Like, hoo-wee. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun one. Oh, I'm about to enjoy myself. Anyhow, let's go ahead and hop into the first segment. First segment is going to be fitness. And again, I need to put it down here at the bottom. I'm going to slap myself. First segment we're going into is fitness. I got to get this coffee to stir me up this morning. I'm trying to wake myself up a little bit. It was a rough start this morning, but we here at the top of the morning. And we're going to go ahead and start this thing off. So let's see what we got right here. So first one we got, of course, is where we go. First one we got, of course, is, walking to a gym for the first time and, seeing what you see. I don't know what gym he's at. Of course, we love Planet Fitness over here. So I'm not sure what gym gentleman is walking into, but let's see what he sees when he steps into the gym. And let's see what his reaction is going to be as he walks up in here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and slide into the first video for the first segment of fitness. And let's see how this pans out. So let me go ahead and pull it up on the screen for you. Here we go. All right, here we go. So shout out to the headphone gang. If it's too loud, sorry, but good luck to you. But here we go. Day 1 at the gym, and let's see how it goes. Bruh. All right. What we got going on? Okay. All right, he He's practicing his thievery skills. He might be in California. Ah.
That's some bullshit!
Yeah, that is. What else we got going on?
God damn!
Honey.
Hey, her OnlyFans content gonna be litty. This is a bad idea. What an idiot. That's what you get. Let me go ahead and stop this music. I'm gonna keep the video rolling. I'm gonna stop the music just in case they try to hit me with a copyright. What we got going on over here? What's she doing? Oh no, that couldn't have gotten any worse. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he just probably want to walk out on that one. All right, so there we go. We got our first run right there, and hopefully he has something good to say. Shout out Queen, thank you for the lurk. What's going on? Hello, who just commented? Thank you. But we're gonna give him a victory for showing up at the gym. So without that, yes, victory for him for showing up at the gym, because a lot of the times people don't even go to the gym. And we're going to go ahead and roll it back one more time, and we're going to check out some of the things that we got going on right here. Let's see. All right, so we got Mr. Man right here. Look like he's getting ready, you know, for his sugar babies. He's about to hit him with that vicious stroke when the time comes, and when he get out that gym, so she better be ready. My man here is practicing. He must be in California, because, you know, you can steal up to a certain amount and not go to jail for it. So he's, you know, got his shopping cart and skills ready. I don't know what's going on here. They wildin'. I mean, you can just look at these two and just, yeah. OnlyFans content right there gonna be lit. This is gonna be lit, I'm telling you. This fool right here, like this, you just knew something bad was gonna happen. Just look. Ugh.
What?
Yeah. And then this one right here, she went up and down. Oh, that looked a little painful. That looked a little painful. But nonetheless, they made it. So let's go ahead and, like I said, you know, we have to give him a clap for that one. Yeah, clap for that one. That is good. That is good. That is good. That is really, really good. So Leah, I think that was you know, a decent first day experience. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, that one. Oh man, what we got going on over here? I didn't see that right there. All right, looking nice. Okay. All righty. So let's see what we got going on for the next one. So let's see what we got here. All right. So we got this gentleman here who's saying why it takes him so long to get his workouts in at the gym, which makes sense. I mean, I don't take it this far when it comes to the workouts at the gym, but I could understand, because sometimes I'll be in the gym and I get sidetracked about what's playing in my headphones. I mean, I don't do what he's doing, but I do see other people doing it, and I'm kind of like, okay, I need to kind of hurry up and get off the weights, because I'm trying to get my stuff done. But let's see what we got going on here. This guy here is in here jamming it on and having a good time. So let's go ahead and pull him up and let's see what we got going on here. So here we go. Excuse me. All right, so there we go. Let's see what we got. Hopefully there's no music where I have to tune it down, but let's see what we got. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the music off. So you know the song is playing, but check him out. This is what he's doing in between his sets. Look at him. He's getting it in too. Check him out. He's behind the desk. He's getting it in, boy. Check him out. He's jigging. Oh, she feeling him too. She like, hey, I see you over there jigging. Yeah. Let's check him out one more time. Yes, sir. He is jigging. Look at him. He's getting it in. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. He's getting it in. Shout out to him. He is jamming. Look at him. If you ever wonder what's taking him so long, this is what he's doing in between sets. In between sets, he is jamming. My man said, I don't care about nobody else. Let's give him a round of applause for that one for sure. Yes, sir. My man said, man, whatever's playing in my headphones, this is the jam right here. This is a hit. This is a hit. He said he's liking it. He's liking it. So then we got this next dude right here coming up who is all right, this is what I'm gonna say. If you in the gym and you don't make a face if you don't look like this when you're in the gym, if you ain't making this face when you're doing your workouts, you ain't doing it right. If you ain't making this face, you are not doing it right. So let's go ahead and pull this gentleman up. Let's get straight to it. This is a real short one. So check him out. If you don't look like this when you in the gym, you ain't doing it right. Oh. Check him out again. If you don't look like this in the gym, you're not doing it right. Yeah, exactly. He just had that. He had that. That's what he looked like. Just look at him. He is hurting over there, boy. But he's getting them gains. Then he makes the. Yeah, exactly. He's like, he makes that sound, boy. He's like, hey, no pain, no gain. That applies to the gym. Understand that. That applies to the gym. If you ain't making that ugly face, if it don't hurt like that, you ain't digging deep enough. You gotta dig deep. It's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt. It said leg press about 27 pounds. Yeah. Hopefully he's doing more than that. He doing leg extensions. He ain't doing leg press. Yes, if you ain't making that ugly face, I mean, like, man, you got to make the bitter beer face, y'all. Do you know what the bitter beer face is? The bitter beer face is a very, very ugly face to be making. But anyway, let's pull up this next one we got right here. We got this dude who said he's built different. He said he's built different, and somebody had a response to him being built different. So let's check out. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Pull that back. Didn't mean to have that up. Okay. Let me see. Do we got the same thing here? Okay, there we go. We good. So check out dude right here. He said he's built different. He's like, hey man, I'm built different. But then somebody comes in and says something about him being built different. They got a response to his built differentness. So let's check out and see what we got going on and see homeboy being built different. What up, Noah? What's going on? Appreciate you. All right, so we got gentlemen here who say he's built different, but let's see the response when it comes back. So here we go.
I'm built different.
Built different.
Oh my goodness, no, buddy, no. No. I'm surprised he didn't get cut on his belly. Oh my goodness. That is a damn shame. Ugh. Let's show that one more time.
I'm built different.
Built different.
Oh, didn't even cut his belly. Like, oh my goodness.
What the fuck?
Oh man, I know his stomach hurt. I know it.
What the fuck?
Come on, son. I know his belly hurting. He flexed the egg on his bicep.
I'm built different.
Okay, we get you. But this right here.
Built different.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord, that looked like that hurt. I don't know. Maybe I'm just. Maybe my stomach ain't that strong. You know what I mean? Like maybe my stomach isn't built like that. But to me, that hurt. That for sure hurt. I mean, I'm gonna have to give the second guy the built different category. I don't know about the first dude built different, but the second dude for sure. The fact that he didn't cut his belly on the glass. I mean, yeah, that to me that speaks volumes. I'm just like, yo, your belly is tough. That's a tough belly. So, pause. That didn't even sound right. But anyhow, let's give these two gentlemen a round of applause for what they did. So there we go. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause for sure. You know what I mean? One was in the gym and one is strong like he at the gym. So I'm gonna go ahead and clap for both of them. So anyhow, Let's go ahead and move on to this next one. We're going to just dive right through them. Okay, now this one right here, if you've been to the gym, if you've taken a pre-workout, then if you know, you know. Because when that pre-workout kick in, boy, oh boy, that thing be hitting. And if your pre-workout don't hit like this, you need to change your pre-workout, okay? You need to change it. If your pre-workout don't got you feeling like this, you must change it. As a matter of fact, I do Bucked Up Brand Ambassador. You can go on my link tree and switch over. Because if you want to go in the gym and feel like this is where you need to be. Check them out. Here we go. Roll the footage.
Ay, papaya de Celaya. Ay, papantla, tus hijos vuelan. Vámonos, perras.
Yeah, buddy. Run that one more time, sir. Let's tell him. Tell him.
Ay, papantla, tus hijos vuelan. Vámonos, perras.
One more time. And if you understand what he's saying, type in the chat what he's saying to us in English, please.
Ay, papantla, tus hijos vuelan. Vámonos, perras.
Yeah, he said "Vámonos perlans" or something like that. Let's go something. I don't know exactly what he said, but he said let's go something because he was feeling it. So for sure, for feeling the way he feels, if you don't feel like that in the gym, you're doing it wrong. So we gonna give that man, yes. Shout out to him on his new pre-workout that he just took before he headed to the gym, because you know that man is feeling litty. That man feeling litty out there, boy. He's like, ooh, I'm about to conquer the world. He's about to conquer the world. You see him? Alrighty. Now, okay, this is a good one. All right, so shout out to this one. So we got a gentleman here who's gonna hit a PR on his bench press, or we're gonna say max out on his on his bench press. You know, in my time we call it maxing, but nowadays it's called PR, whatever, whichever one you understand. So we got this young gentleman here, and I mean this is rather impressive, and I believe that the weight that he has on there. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. There we go. Okay, so we got it pulled up. Now, it looks like these are 245 plates on each side, and when he starts lifting, I think there's either 25s or 35s on each side, I believe. So I think this gentleman is pushing up 225. Let's see what he does. Here we go. Let's go ahead and start it. Oh, look at him. That was good. Shout out to him, because I mean that man he does not look like he touched a weight, and he got up 275. Look at, they're gonna watch him do it again. That was fantastic. I gotta give him all the credit in the world for that one. Shout out to you. That man got hidden strength. Look at this. Come on. Oh man, and at the very end he gave out that he had to give out that just to get that last little bit up. Did you hear him on that last little bit? Did you hear him though? On that last little bit, he gave it all. He gave it all, boy. He was like, look at this, 275. Shout out to him. It sounded just like it, didn't it? Listen. That's what he said. Oh my goodness, man. Hey, clap for that young gentleman. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Hey, that was mad impressive. That was really impressive. I got to give him all the credit in the world for that one. That was really good. That was really, really good. That was really good, man. Sheesh. He got that weight up, yo. That was really good. Now let's see. What do we have here on the next one? Let's see. Where is it? Okay. And just little words of encouragement for you people today. If you're ever feeling any type of way, oh no, 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 oh God. Can't show that one yet. Here's a little bit of words of encouragement for you, okay? If you're ever feeling some type of way, always think of it in this manner, okay? If you're ever feeling down and out, having a hard time at life or something, look at it in this way, and that will probably change your perspective, okay? All right, so we got this right here. So if you're ever having issues with life, just ask yourself this question and see if it changes the way you see things or how you feel. Here we go.
Oh, you're having a bad day? Did you die?
I got shot.
But did you die? Oh, you're having a bad day? Did you die?
I got shot.
But did you die? Oh, you're having a bad day? Did you die?
I got shot.
But did you die?
Okay. Now, exactly. Are you having a bad day? I got shot. Okay, but are you still here? Yeah, I'm still here. Okay, then give yourself for being here. Yeah, you're still here. I don't care how bad your day is. You still here. Congratulations. You know what I mean? That's the way you need to look at life. That's the outlook you need to have on life. I don't care what it is you're going through. That's how you need to see it. I don't care how bad you feel. I need to make that a sound bite because that's actually a really good one right there. I like that one. I'm going to have to put that one down to the side. Yeah, we're going to get that one up later. So yeah, that's really how you need to be looking at life. Like, hey, I'm having a bad day. Did you die? I mean, I got hit over the head, but did you die? It's like, all right. So that was the last one for the fitness segment. So now we're going to stumble over into our next segment. Queen said, yep. All right, so we're going to stumble over into our next segment here that we got coming up, okay? Now, this is going to be the dark humor segment. This is going to be a bunch of dark humor. So the first one that we're going to pull up, okay, do not laugh. Don't laugh. If you laugh at this first one, there's something, you know what? I'm not even going to say anything. We're just going to pull it up and I'm just going to tell you, do not laugh, okay? Don't laugh. Do not laugh at this, okay? Because it's dark humor. You cannot laugh at this. If you laugh, your level of maturity is... Don't laugh. All right? Let's pull up on the screen. All right. We're about to start. I'm going to let it play all the way through. Don't laugh. You ready? You sure? All right. I'm not going to laugh either. I'm not going to laugh. Here we go.
Oh my God. What happened to him? Last month I was here, he was normal.
Say hi, Jack.
What happened?
Jack didn't have his seatbelt on. A car cut me off and I swerved off the road and hit a tree. Jack was sitting in the middle street and flew out of the front windshield, landed straight on his head.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm glad he survived. I wish you would have told me this earlier. I feel horrible.
All the trips and expenses are for my boy. I just want him to have a good remaining life, and I can only work a few hours a week for my job because I'm the only one here to take care of him.
You know what? I won't charge you any rent for the next year. It'll be on me. Anything at all?
Thank God I put you in acting classes.
Mom, I can't keep doing...
goodness. Somebody's going to hell for that one, boy. That was terrible.
Oh, das ist-
That was terrible. Oh my gosh. That was not good. What's up, Wolf? What's going on? How you doing, Wolf? Appreciate you for being in here. Oh man, that was not good. That was horrible. That's not good, man. That is not good. Oh, whoever made that one, they got a long. Oh man, that was bad. That was so bad. I'm doing good, Wolf, man. Just doing the show, getting everybody through their morning. You know, having a good morning. How about yourself? How you doing out there, Wolf? It's good. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to play that video again, but I kind of can't. I can't play that video again. Oh, I want to play that one again. That was too funny. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. That was terrible. That one got me sweating. I'm kind of hot on that one. That was funny. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. Oh my goodness.
What the fuck?
Is all I gotta say to that one. That was horrible.
Oh my god.
That was horrible. That was so bad. Oh man.
What?
All right. Let's go ahead and move on past that one. We got another dark humor one coming up for y'all. Let me go ahead and pull this one up. So let's see what we got. So the next one we got for dark humor, we have, we got a couple people telling some jokes. So let's see.
Hi, want a dark humor joke of the day? Perfect.
No, not you. Chill out, guy. Relax, calm down. That guy right there is jumping on the screen. Where you at? All right. Oh, dark humor video. Yes, sir. We got some dark humor. We're in the dark humor segment, actually, Wolf. We're in the dark humor segment of the show right now. So we just did the fitness segment first, so now we moved over onto the dark humor segment. So let's see what we got here for the dark humor segment part right here. So we're going to go ahead and turn this up. It's two gentlemen telling jokes, so let's see what they got for us. Let's go ahead and roll the footage. Here we go.
How come you never see gay people in wheelchairs?
Why?
Because you can't be a fruit and a vegetable at the same time.
How do Jewish pedophiles get kids?
How?
Damn.
They say, hey kids, you want to buy some candy?
Chill.
Okay, the second one sucked. I didn't get it. But the first one, that was kind of brutal.
How come you never see gay people in wheelchairs?
Why?
Because you can't be a fruit and a vegetable at the same time.
Oh my god.
Jewish pedophiles get kids?
How?
They say, hey kids, you want to buy some candy?
Chill. How come you never see gay people in wheelchairs?
Why?
Because you can't be a fruit and a vegetable at the same time.
Oh, that was, oh my goodness. That was low.
Oh my god.
That was so bad. Oh. Yikes. That was pretty bad. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't even let y'all see the video. Oh, I feel bad. Okay, well, we'll just run it back for you. So tell me I'm not showing y'all the video. Let me know. Here we go.
How come you never see gay people in wheelchairs?
Why?
Because you can't be a fruit and a vegetable at the same time.
How do you...
That was brutal. That was brutal. Oh my goodness. That was so brutal. Yeah. And then somebody says, I'm gay and have cerebral palsy, so fruit and veggies can mix. I mean, I see what you're saying, but like, no. It doesn't work like that. I see what he's talking about, which is kind of brutal, but it is what it is. All right, so we have another one right here. So here's the next one. So we have another. He says this is going to be the dark humor joke of the day. So let's see if he has a good dark humor joke of the day for us. So we're going to go ahead and get this one pulled up for us right here. And I had one of my sound bites that I really wanted to play today, but I guess I didn't clip it correctly, so I got to redo it. That really sucks. That really sucks. Oh, man. Yeah. But anyhow, let's go ahead and click on this guy right here. He says he's got the dark humor joke of the day, and let's see what he's got cracking for us. All right, he seems very excited. He's got a lot of energy, up to speed, and all that good stuff. Here we go.
Hi, want a dark humor joke of the day? Perfect. What do you call Actually, I might not do this one. I don't really like school shooter jokes, but that's probably because they're aimed at a younger audience.
Oh.
Hi, want a dark humor joke of the day? Perfect. What do you call... Actually, I might not do this one. I don't really like school shooter jokes, but that's probably because they're aimed at a younger audience.
Oh boy, that was brutal. Oh man, that man's.
Oh my God.
That was low. Oh man. Ugh. Dang. Oh God. Oh. Wolf. You have to aim low. You shoot over there. Oh my goodness. Oh, Wolf, what is wrong with you? You know what? Do you know what, Wolf? Do you know what? Look. Give me a round of applause. I got to clap for you on that one. I didn't see that one coming. Oh, all right, so let's check out the comment section. Somebody else said, dark humor is like healthcare. Not everyone gets it. Somebody says, I got one for you. What do you do when you finish a magazine at school? You reload. Oh, shit. Somebody said, hey, man, I don't like 9/11 jokes. My dad died in 9/11, and he was a great pilot. Oh. Oh, my God. Alrighty, man. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. Oh, my goodness. Oh, hey, man, I don't like 9/11 jokes. My dad died in 9/11, and he was a great pilot. Good God. Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Jesus. Somebody else said, if you didn't get it, then it probably hit the kid behind you. Will you put your hair in a man bun and maybe blue contacts because you would be a perfect Sokka from Avatar? That's actually, he does look like Sokka from Avatar. That's right. 6 was afraid of 7 because 7, 8, and 9. Excuse me. 6 was afraid of 7 because 7, 8, and 9. But 10 had PTSD because he was in the middle of 9/11. Ah, I get that. I see what they did there. That was interesting. Okay. So sometimes I don't get it. It goes in one ear, out the other. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Let me start reading the comments because a lot of people got some dark humor jokes that I'm just not ready for. Like Wolf over here hit us with a dark one. That was a good joke. So I got to give you a clap for that one. That was a good one. All right. So here we go. So this actually, I had seen this one. It's real quick, short, straight to the point. Oh man, don't do that. I don't think I can play this one out loud because of the music. I don't think I can. Okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and let it run real quick. But let's see. Oh, God dang it. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Let me pull this down. I'll be right back, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this play for you real quick. And I'm gonna let you read it, and I'm gonna let it play. Okay, we back. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn the hot water off I had on the stove. I was wondering what that smell was. I want to burn some shit up. All right, so we're gonna run that back one more time. Here we go. It says, can I play it? Play. Oh, okay, okay. It didn't play. All right, so let's go ahead and fix this real quick. So here we go. Let's go ahead and fix it because I think I had messed it up. Will it play? No? All right, so here we go. Let me fix this real fast. I'm going to run the refresh button. Oh, here we go. Pull up.
What's the difference between weed and pussy?
Okay. All right, so here we go. We already start off on a crazy note. So here we go. We got what's the difference between weed and vagina? Let's see what the answer is. Here we go.
What's the difference between weed and pussy? If you can smell weed from across the room, that means it's good.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What's the difference between weed and pussy? If you can smell weed from across the room, that means it's good.
Oh man, I mean that's sad, but it's very true. That's very true. I mean, when you think about it,
what's the difference between weed and pussy?
That is true.
If you can smell weed from across the room, that means it's good.
You know what? For that one, I didn't see that one coming. That one was out of nowhere. That was I wasn't expecting that, so we're gonna have to give that one the old. For sure. That is the difference between ganja and vagina. If you can smell ganja from across the room, you know it's good. Can't quite say that for the other one. Yeah, buddy. What's going on, Nugs? How you doing? I appreciate you for being here. All right, so we got all right, so let's see. So this one, I can't remember. Did I
What do you call a Chinese person in a wheelchair?
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Slow down. I got to keep these turned down when I pull them up. Pause. I keep forgetting. All right, so here we go. So we got this one right here. Yeah, turn this bad boy up. All right, here we go. So we got this one. We have another one that's similar to the last one on the way it reads and how it is. So let's go ahead and see what this one is about. And this one, basically, we're starting off. Let's see. Here we go. So we got. Okay, so this one has music. I can't play it. Yeah, I don't want to get copyrighted for the music. So I'm just going to read it out loud and play it. It's like 12 seconds. So we have, what do a fat girl and a brick have in common? I don't know this one. I saw this one. I read the comments. So we'll react to it live together, see if it's funny. It might be trash, but here we go. And turn the music down before you get a copyright. What does a fat girl and a brick have in common? All right, let's see. What does a fat girl and a brick have in common? At some point in their life, they'll both get laid by Mexican.
Oh my God.
Oh man. I actually do have that on there. I actually have that on there, so they check my stuff before I publish it. So I actually have that. But I'm also streaming on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. So I got to be careful I don't get copyrighted on YouTube as well. What's going on, Prime? How you doing? How you doing?
Oh my God.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Oh, we gotta. So we just had a joke here. It's a dark humor joke. What does a fat girl and a brick have in common? At some point in their life, they both get laid by a Mexican. Good Lord. Oh my gosh. That was brutal. So we're in the dark humor segment. We got a few more for you. So let's see what we got coming up next. All right. So that was that one. Let's see what we got here next. All right. So we have, all right, here we go. Let's see. This one has music on it too, I believe so. Let me see. Let me just double check and make sure.
What do you call a Chinese person in a wheelchair?
It does. It has that song in the background. Gosh dang it. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read this one out loud to you. And actually, let me pull up on the screen so y'all can see it instead of just me sitting here having it to myself the whole time. That's trash. at the gym about to do legs. I'm not ready. Oh man, you can't ever be ready for leg day. You really can't, Prime. You just got to go in there and just do it. You know what I mean? You can't even, yeah. Just go in there and get it done, my dog. You just got to go in there and do it. Make sure you take some pre-workout. Oh, you missed the pre-workout that I had earlier. I actually had shown some pre-workout that you could take, actually. Can I find it for you? I won't be able to find it. I can't pull it back up because I always pull these down as I go through so it doesn't slow down my stream. But wide awake like some alien. What do you call it? Wide awake like some alien. Yeah, but Prime, whenever you in the gym, man, just get you a pre-workout. I don't know how I'm awake right now. 6:30, went to sleep at 4 after 15. Dang, Nugs. You went to sleep at 4 and woke up at 6. You know what? You know what? Just for that, I gotta find the pre-workout that both of y'all are taking right now. You know what? Give me 2 seconds. Let me show you the pre-workout that you two need to take. Give me 2 seconds. I'll find this really quick. Here we go. Here, I have to find it. Because both of y'all are talking about the same thing. Here we go. Where is it at? Pre-workout kicks in. Here we go. Pre-workout. There we go. Found it. That was it. That was easy. I found it that quick. Here we go. So I found the pre-workout for Prime and Nugs over here. This is the pre-workout that both of y'all need to be on, okay? And if you're not on this pre-workout, then you need to just go ahead and slap yourself. So let me go ahead and pull up y'all's pre-workout for you right quick. Here we go. Here's your pre-workout. All right, both of you. Here you go. And this is it.
Ay, papaya de Celaya. Ay, papantla, tus hijos vuelan. Vámonos, perras. Ay, papaya de Celaya. Ay, papantla, tus hijos vuelan. Vámonos, perras.
This pre-workout is to Nugs and Prime. Y'all in the gym right now. This is what y'all need to be on right here.
Ay, papantla, tus hijos vuelan. Vámonos, perras.
If you're not on that pre-workout right now, I don't want to talk to you. That's what you need right now. If you don't have that kind of pre-workout in your system, you're gonna have a rough day at the gym. That's all I gotta say. All right, so let's go back to the other dark humor joke that we just had up. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to that one. So here we go, right here. Yes, my kind of workout. This meds for strep throat had me wired all day. Yeah, you probably had the pre-workout. You just didn't know it. I know, dad humor, right? I messed up on that one. All right, there we go. So I got to read this one because it has music playing in it. But this one says, right off top, it says, what do you call a Chinese person in a wheelchair? So I'm going to hit play on it and let's see what they give us. What do you call a Chinese person in a wheelchair? Drum roll, please. And no leg walk. What do you call a Chinese person in a wheelchair? No leg walk. Let's read the comment section. Someone says, I don't get it. I was thinking something wrong with this joke. Someone said, I was going to say something wrong. Somebody else said, ni hao. I said Tokyo Drift. Somebody said, one limb gone. One limb. I get it. One limb gone. That was a good one. Somebody said Mobile Panda Express. Somebody else said amputee. I was going to say can't walking. Yeah, that's so good. Somebody else said Timmy. No, it's limping. That's a good one. What do you call a Chinese person in a wheelchair? Limping. That's a good one. I like that one. Oh my goodness. The people in the comment section probably have better jokes sometimes than the actual joke itself. That was a good one. Limping. That's what you call a Chinese person in a wheelchair. Limping. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got one more. We got one more dark humor joke. All right. This is two people having a dark humor battle contest, whatever thing you want to call it, and they're going back and forth telling their dark humor jokes. So let's see what we got. You got young gentlemen up here on the screen. Excuse me. And let's hear what their dark humor jokes are. Here we go. Roll the footage.
I was going to say a dead baby joke, but I decided to abort.
Fuck no, bro. How do you get the smell of dead 12-year-old out of your basement?
How?
I don't know. I was asking for a friend. At least it's not 2-year-old.
I asked my girlfriend if we could have a rape fantasy. Whoa. She said no. It was the best night of my life.
I went to a white supremacist meeting yesterday. I was surprised to see so many blacks hanging around.
Damn. Whoa. It took me a minute to get that one. Oh man, those exactly. That's my expression right there. Like, it took me a minute to get it, but when I got it, that was terrible. Oh my goodness, we got to roll those last two back. Those last two guys had good ones. Here we go.
At least it's not 2-year-old. I asked my girlfriend if we could have a rape fantasy. Whoa. She said no. It was the best night of my life.
Yes, sir!
That was brutal.
I went to a white supremacist meeting yesterday. I was surprised to see so many blacks hanging around.
Oh my God.
That was brutal. That was. It's like you think about it, and then when you finally get it, you're like, oh. He said he went to a white supremacy rally, and he was surprised to see so many blacks hanging around. Sheesh. That was brutal. All right. So that's all we got for our dark humor segment. Make sure the camera's right, because I feel like it's a little off. All right. That's all we got for our dark humor segment. Now we're going to slide on over into the economy. We got a lady over here who's speaking on the family economy and the needs for what a family would need. Oh, stop that right there. So we're going into the economy, and this lady here, she's going to speak on the economy and what the income that a family needs to survive in today's economy. And she has a pretty good intake. She has a let me pull up on the screen so you can see her. She has I guess her own. Oh crap! What am I doing? I'm messing everything up. Exit that. Okay, we good now? There we go. Okay. Anyway. So she has a map up, and on the map you're gonna see she has different income levels as far as what it is to live comfortably in each state across the country, and it's living comfortably, and she explains what comfortable is. So let's go ahead and let her talk and explain to us about the income that's needed and what the family size is and what is considered comfortable. So let's go ahead and hear this lady out on the income a family needs to live comfortably in the United States. Here we go. Let's check it out.
Look what I stumbled upon. The income a family needs to live comfortably in the United States. It's based off of 2 wage-earning adults and 2 dependents. Let's hop in. So I'm from South Carolina. It states that we need $201,000 to live comfortably. Now, they're basing this off of the 50-30-20 budget, 50% to your necessities, 30% to discretionary spending, and 20% to savings. However, the average income earned in South Carolina is about $52,400. So if we had 2 individuals making that, we are still a far cry away from $201,000. Now, while I don't think that most people in my state with a family of 4, 2 wage earning people are making $201,000, let's talk about the rest of the country, shall we? Obviously, cost of living is considerably lower in South Carolina. That's why I was shocked to see that you only need $277,000 to live comfortably in California. Can somebody from California talk about this? I'm super, super intrigued. And honestly, the biggest question I have, what is comfortably? What do we consider it to live comfortably? What do we consider that to be? Let me know.
Okay. So she had a really good point on that one. So let's go ahead and give her a round of applause for having a map. All right, so with this one, she's speaking about, she says she lives in South Carolina. South Carolina is 201,000 for a family of four to live comfortable, and she based it off of what was it? There was a 50-30-20 budget. 50-30-20
Now they're
budget.
basing this off of the 50-30-20 budget. 50% to your necessities, 30% to discretionary spending, and 20% to savings.
So 50% to necessity, 30% to discretionary, and 20% to the savings. I probably would switch those last two. I would do 50 be necessities, 30 would be the savings, and 20 would be discretionary. But that's just me. Anyway, excuse me. She goes on to speak about, she's in South Carolina. She's making, or for South Carolina, 201,000 would be comfortable for a family of four to be able to do the 50-30-20. And she's saying that she knows for sure that they're not at that level of comfort as according to what's comfortable and where you don't have to worry about anything. And somebody actually in the comment section had explained what comfortable is, and they actually had a good way to think about it. Comfortable generally means you don't have to worry about money. You have 3 to 6 months of emergency savings and have a well-funded retirement, no paycheck to paycheck. That's a good way to look at comfortable. And I guess if you put the 50-30-20 rule on what she's talking about with the family of four, I guess these numbers would mesh well because you're preparing for your future. You have savings, you have discretionary income, you have all your necessities taken care of. Now she's looking, and as you look at this, she's saying for sure, like, she know that they're not at that means. And if you make what, 60K and your spouse makes 50K, that's 110, you're still far away from the 201,000 mark. And the highest one is going to be Massachusetts at 301,000. The lowest one is going to be at 178,000, and that's Mississippi. Then you got Arkansas, which is 181. Texas, where I'm at, is 101,000. And I guess it depends on what part of Texas you're in, or maybe it's the whole state. I don't know. But if you're looking at this, I mean, do you feel like people around you that you know are close to this income level? Because she even explains it. I'm going to let her go ahead and talk about it again.
However, the average income earned in South Carolina is about $52,400.
So the average income in South Carolina is $52,400.
So if we had two individuals making that, we are still a far cry away from 201,000.
Exactly. So if two people are making an average, you're still $100,000, $95,000 away from living comfortably. You know what I mean? And that's just living comfortably with the savings, having a retirement, and discretionary income. That's crazy to sit there and say that, because it's like, if you don't hit that threshold, then you could be making it, but are you having retirement? Are you able to have an emergency fund, discretionary income, and have all your necessities taken care of for a family of four? And to have two people make the average and still not hit the comfortable level is pretty crazy. And she's surprised that California is at 277K. And if anybody's in California, if you think 277K is comfortable living, let us know. Let us know where you're at, and if you think these numbers are accurate. You know, if you're making $250,000 in California with a family of four, is that good? You know, with a family of four, is that good? In Florida, if you're making if you're making 200K with a family of four, is that comfortable living? You know, are these numbers actually accurate? And let's see what the comment section is saying to see if people are right. 204K for New Mexico is insanity. 204K for New Mexico? Nah. Some people say they feel like this is exaggerated. We made 45K a year and are expected to buy a home with a new baby. Okay. I make 24K a year. 204K to live comfortably in New Mexico is crazy considering how the state is. So we got a lot of people in New Mexico here. So they're saying that live in Maryland, you need 200 to 300 if you want to live comfortably. Kids in a private school, stay in sports, 2 vacation years, saving, investment, and bills. I'm guessing California might be because property tax is fixed if you don't move, but have no idea. So everybody has a conflicted opinion on what's comfortable living, but for some reason everybody has their opinion on New Mexico. They're saying that New Mexico, what they say, 204K for New Mexico is crazy to live comfortably. I mean, I don't know if they're trying to say that that's not enough or that's more than enough. I really don't understand. It's crazy. Consider how crazy. I guess they're saying 204K is not enough to live in New Mexico. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's an interesting take that that lady has, and it's really a good, template, I would call it, to use to kind of see what works and what doesn't work, and for other people to go off of and speak on and talk about as far as cost of living goes. You know what I mean? And how really everybody is kind of faring out when it comes to what's going on in the world, at least in the country, as far as inflation and economics goes, as far as a family goes. So shout out to her for putting that up. So then I have this next one. This one is just the one that you can read. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the screen and read it for you. So we have this one right here, and this one right here is, let's see what we got. Interesting facts. I don't know if that has music behind it. Can I play it with the music? No music. But I'll just leave it on the screen for you. Interesting fact. It cost a family of four $11,000 more a year to buy the same amount of groceries and basics today than it did 18 years ago. Excuse me, 18 months ago. 18 months ago. So in 18 months. And now this was, let's see, this was published this year in April. Yeah, this was published this year in April at least. This is when this person posted it. I'll say that. So it costs a family of four $11,000 more a year to buy the same amount of groceries and basics today than it did 18 months ago. In the comment section says, I feel that I can't save anything. Somebody said, that's crazy. Somebody said, it's sad. Remember this in November. And that's when the election time is, so we'll see. Somebody says, sometimes I'm choosing what bill is most important. I'm so tired of living like this. The person says, same here, girl. Meanwhile, companies are making more than ever. Look up corporate profits over that time period. And he's got a point. Look up corporate profits over the past 18 months and see where we're at. Somebody says, in the grocery stores are making record profits and doing stock buybacks at the cost of the consumer. Yep. Somebody else says, I feel this. Somebody else says, a family of 7 here and our groceries are astronomical. Family of 7. Ooh-wee. Yes, I bet it is. Add in increased gas prices, utilities, insurance increases, even Spotify went up. Everything went up. It is so depressing. I freaking believe it and feel that. Yeah, that's crazy. So everybody is feeling it, and this is over the last 18 months. 18 months, if this is just 18 months ago. So that's a year and a half. And then we have an election year coming up this year, so we're going to see how things fare out in November, because November is going to be one to remember. It's going to go down in the books. It's going to go down in the books as far as how things are going to turn out for this country, because both sides have this viewpoint on each candidate in a way that's really crazy when you think about it. For example, if like some people would vote for some, like I remember somebody had said that they don't care if Biden poops his pants, they would still vote for him. And some people don't care if Trump gets hit with all those charges, they're still going to vote for him. So it doesn't matter which way the coin goes. We're like, each side is very stern on the other side not winning. Like, I don't think I've ever in my lifetime seen such a stark dividing line between the two, because one president, people like, I don't care if he doesn't make it through full presidency and has dementia and passes over and unalives, they're still going to vote for one guy. And then the other one, I don't care if he has a rap sheet, the size of a length of like a scroll, they're still going to vote for him. So both of the ways that it's going is really crazy. What's going on, Aziron? How you doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So this election period is going to look really crazy in November. But let's go ahead and look at this guy. This guy did a really great explanation as far as economics and the family. So let's go ahead and pull this guy up. And he speaks on how economics work, and he gives a timeline and how economics goes with family unit and family structure. So let's go ahead and let him cook and hear what he has to say. Oh, crap. I don't like the video.
The impact that racism and economic exploitation has on our people. When I mentioned the divorce rate was 1 of every 3 in 18 months.
And he's saying, and he's speaking from, I guess, a race standpoint, but I mean, if you really look at it, this can cover everyone. It really does cover everyone, especially with the independent nature of everybody today. The singleness being so high and the marriages being so low. So when you look at it from a context of everyone. But he does put family and economics in the same category and sees how they correlate. So let's let him go again.
The impact that racism and economic exploitation has on our people. When I mentioned the divorce rate was 1 of every 3 in 18 months, one reason for this is when America believes in agriculture, America believes in extended family. When America believes in the factory industrialism, America believes in a nuclear family. But now that America believes in the computer, the word processor, the typewriter, now America believes in the single parent family. What I'm getting at is many of us think that we do what we want to do in these relationships. Not true. We do what the economy wants us to do, and as you can see, with each change, they've reduced the family structure smaller and smaller and smaller. For example, in a farm, in a farm, they both work the fields together. An economic reason to stay together. So that in 1910, 90% of all blind children still lived in a two-parent household. See, there was more than love in these relationships. There was some money about here. They worked the fields together. An economic reason to stay together. In a factory, man works in factory, women takes care of children. Economic reason again to stay together. So that in 1960, 80% of all black children still lived in a two-parent household. You know, the rumor is slavery destroyed the black family. I tell you, we were still together, not only during slavery, but after slavery. The Depression, 30 years after 1929, 80% of all black children still lived in a two-parent household. But now we have the computer, the word processor, the typewriter. And now you have women working just as much as men. And now you hear women telling men, I don't need you. Got my own job. Do what I want to do when I want to do it. And now we're down to 38%. Make sure you see the analysis. When the economy changed, the family structure changed. There was more than love in these relationships. You know the #1 song in America 3 years ago? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. If you want to be with me, you got to have a J-O-B.
That was a good take. So one thing that I did notice that he said in here. So let's see.
The family structure changed.
He said right here.
In these relationships. You know the #1 song.
The #1 song in America 3 years ago. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Okay, so this will give us a timeline of when he made this video. So let's see. Let me find this. Going on but the rent. When was that song made? He said 3 years ago. So this song was made. Sheesh, this song. So that song was released in 1986. So he said 3 years ago. So this video was made in 1989. So if he made this video in 1989 and has those numbers in that prediction, because he's going off of, let's see. So you got agriculture, industrial, and computer is what he has right there. Let me see. Let me pull it. Let me stream it all the way down. So we got agriculture. The family unit was 90% together. Industrial, the nuclear family, was 80% together. So in agriculture, you had extended families staying together. And then in the industrial time, you had the nuclear family staying together 80% of the time. But then now in the computer world, and like I said, this is 1989 when he made this. 1989. So, I mean, you could really say that if he made this in 1989, he doesn't really he couldn't have a grasp on how strong the computer world would be, especially since social media hit. You know what I mean? Like, social media hit, and that changed the landscape for everything. So if what's going on, Wolf? Thank you for coming back. And I don't know if I said hey Azzy, but if I didn't, sorry. Good morning, Azzy. Looking at this, he's using this from a 1989 perspective. You got the agriculture for extended families from 1910 to 50 or 60, which was like 90% of the family stayed together. Industrial, the nuclear family, the immediate family in the house, they stayed together 80% of the time. And then you have the computer, which he said would drop down to 38%. If he's talking about the computer age drop down to 38%, and that was back in 1989, then boy, oh boy, did he have another thing coming. Because, I mean, nowadays, if you can have this, the extended family, in this computer age, you're living, I mean, you have to be living like the top 10% of people in the world now. You know what I mean? Because to have that support system, because it's even biblical, to have that kind of support system, to have the grandparents, parents, and children all know each other, all work together. You know, the grandparents are supposed, like, if you're a parent, you're supposed to be working for your grandchildren, not your children. So if you're able to have that way of living where the grandparents are able to know their grandbabies, and the grandparents are young enough to be able to play with their grandbabies, like the grandparents are in their 50s, 60s, maybe even 70s, and they're able to spend time and play with their grandbabies. If you're able to have that 3 generations of family together, in today's world, boy, you're winning. You are winning. Like, you're winning. You have it made a lot more than most people, because a lot of kids nowadays, they don't get to see their grandparents. They don't get to know their grandparents, because probably by the time, or if they have grandparents, the grandparents are too old to do anything with them, because by the time the parents have kids, the grandparents are too old to be able to play with them, and you know, they're already retired, out of work and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. So to have this right here in this computer age and have a strong family unit in today's world, man, you are winning. Like, you are winning astronomically. Like, you are probably doing a lot better than most people. Not 100% for sure, but you have a better, stronger support system than most people have. So it's interesting that he had this take way back then, and to look at it how it looks now, I mean, I would say that it came to fruition as far as what he's saying. So shout out to him. Round of applause to him for that one. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a clap on that one, because that's a good way to look at it. And yeah, that's an interesting take. That's really interesting. So let's move on to the next one that we have. And actually, from what I was just saying, this guy's going to basically nail the coffin shut with what I was just saying. And this will be, what is this we have right here? Oh, okay, cool. So we got this, and I think we have 2 more segments until we move on. We have 2 more things until we move on to the next segment. So this guy's going to speak about family group economics and the smartest ways to build wealth. He's going to speak about the smartest ways to build wealth as far as family economics go. So let's go ahead and pull him up on the screen, and he'll give his 2 cents on the smartest ways to build wealth with family economics. Oh, crap. Of course. Let me go ahead and refresh the button. There we go. Refresh. And here we go.
That was the popular system. But I think if you look back at the Asian community and the African community and the Caribbean community's original systems, it's extended families. Extension. You know what I mean? Because, like, I know some people's families where they've got 9 brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Let alone you talk about their cousins. But if everyone was to be on that type of smoke in terms of, all right, we're all going to put down a bit of change, maybe £100, a month, and we get maybe the oldest adult in the family who's the most responsible to take the peas, and they start dishing it out to everybody one by one to get a property, but everyone could get a house.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But it's just a case of, it's about what you follow. It's either you can follow the whole scheme of, I want to do it myself, and people, I'm not going to knock anyone that does it themselves, because some people can. They have the ability to, they've got the earnings, they've got the capacity, and for some whatever reason, because not everyone's family is helpful, they have to do it themselves. But if you don't have to, and your family are happy to support, there's no shame in that, man. There's no shame. Maximize every opportunity to get what you need to get done in this life,
Yeah. No, it sounds so simple.
I'm getting a round of applause for that one. That's a good way to look at it. He's right. You can't argue with the man on that one. You cannot argue with him on that one. That was a great way to look at it. And it just tied into what the last guy was saying. Having extended family right now would be living it correctly. To have an extended family is really, a blessing to have. It's something rare to have. You know what I mean? Having an extended family and family structure, family unit, and to understand that if you're a parent, you're supposed to take care of your grandchildren. So if your grandparents are able to help their grandbabies out, and you're a parent, and you're a parent trying to help out your kid, but really you're supposed to be striving for your grandchildren. That's how you keep it going. I mean, it's really biblical, and that's how it's supposed to work out. But it seems like a lot of people stray away from that and find out the hard way later on. Like, hey, this was already written, this was already taught to us. You should already have a grasp on how it works and understand it. And this next, hold on, let me turn that guy down. And so this next one that we're going to put on the screen right here, this one's going to go into actually detail on how that works out. So they're going to go ahead and explain. Let me make sure we don't have to replay it again. There we go. Okay, so we got that up. Okay, here we go. So this one's going to explain exactly what we're talking about and how it works in a biblical standpoint, and how the economy or the economics of the family unit work hand in hand. So let's go ahead and pull this one up on the screen, and let's let them cook. Make sure I got the volume turned up, and let's go.
The Bible places significant emphasis on the importance of the family unit, portraying it as a foundational aspect of both personal and societal well-being. Several key themes and teachings related to family can be found in the scriptures. In the book of Genesis, the creation of the family is depicted as part of God's plan. It also lays the foundation of roles and responsibilities that build societies. The Bible outlines roles and responsibilities within the family, emphasizing mutual respect and love. For example, Ephesians 5 verses 22 through 25 discuss the relationship between husbands and wives, highlighting the importance of love, respect, and mutual submission. Proverbs 22 verse 6 emphasizes the importance of raising children in the ways of righteousness. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. This underscores the role of the family in moral and spiritual education. The Bible frequently depicts the family as a support system, particularly in times of need. The story of Ruth and Naomi is an excellent example of familial loyalty and support. In several passages, the relationship between God and his people is likened to that of a parent and children, illustrating the depth of God's love and care and providing a model for earthly familial relationships. Overall, the Bible views the family not only as a social institution, but also as a vital component in God's plan, essential for spiritual growth, moral development, and the nurturing of faith across generations.
Now, I know if you're not a Bible thumper, you don't have to take it as that, but just the facts remain that you can't shake is the fact that the power of the family structure and the family unit does have a big significance in place in the economics. And if you want to destroy economics, destroy the family unit. And if you can keep your family unit together, you'll have a better chance at your economic structure, as long as you can keep that tight knit, that bond, and keep out other opposing forces that try to come in and interfere or influence your family unit, your family structure, your family moral compass, or what have you. And this is really showing and rearing its head right now in the way we're living. It really does. It really does show us how important it is. And if you're not living it, it's really obvious. It's really blatant. It's really clear. It's really proven itself to show like, hey, there was a way to do this, and to stray from it is going to cause chaos. And when the economy starts to hit hard, we're starting to see the chaotic structure of a family unit not being intact. And if you have a family unit around you, then you're not really going to be in as much chaos. You know what I mean? Because you have that tight-knit support system around you, that family structure, that family unit that's going to help you and be able to put together resources and pool under one roof if need be, you know? So that's one way to sit back and see and understand, like, this has always worked. This has always withstood the test of time. And of course, sometimes, you know, your biggest issues, your biggest enemies, your biggest heartaches, your biggest problems can come from your family too. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and just say that. I mean, some of our biggest issues come from the closest people to us, our cousins, our relatives, our parents, our brothers, our sisters. Our biggest hurdles and biggest enemies can come from those people. So you can't overlook that. But as far as from an economic standpoint, if everybody can be on the same page, because I mean, everybody's not going to be on the same page. If you got a family of like 5 or 10, you're going to have a few mess ups in there. That's just what it is. But this does show the power of a family unit that can have if everybody pulls their heads together. All right, so we got this one guy. I think we got, what, 2 more for this? Yeah, we got 2 more. So we got 2 more. And this guy is going to lay out some Jewish rules, or should I say newish rules, or Jewish rules. And hopefully they don't come after me for, you know, because I'm not talking down on them. I'm just speaking on what this guy says. So this guy up here, he's going to spit some rules on us, and then basically the rules to the family and how the economy works hand in hand. So let's go ahead and let him cook.
Jewish business secrets number 11. If you look at a tree that grows in the middle of a field with no trees around it, it will always grow crooked. But if you look at trees that are together tightly packed in a forest, they will always grow completely straight. Why? Because as the tree begins to grow and it pushes to the left and it feels a tree next to it, and then it pushes to the right and it feels another tree next to it, it knows that it cannot grow crooked, it has to grow straight. So when you find yourself having to have difficult conversations and have arguments, just know that those arguments are actually the things that are making you straight. Because if you were alone with those ideas in your head, you just might grow crooked.
That's a very good way to put it. That's a very, very good way to put that. I mean, I don't know 100% if it's true, if a tree grows by itself, that it grows crooked, but I get the analogy. I get the metaphor that he's trying to place in there. And it makes sense. It makes very good sense. Instead of being alone with your thoughts all the time, having someone around you, a friend, a second voice, second, third opinion, family, or whatever, it can keep you straight. It can keep you more aligned as opposed to running this thing by yourself. And having people close to you can help you run this course a lot more straighter, because sometimes all you need is a second voice, a second opinion, a second person to kind of give you better insight or better understanding. Because right now everybody's rebelling from such things and rebelling from opinions from others, and only want to hear the good things and don't want to take in the bad things. And social media does give us a hard time accepting truths. Everybody's guilty of it. You know, sometimes it does give us a hard time accepting truths, but when you're living in with other people and stuff like that, it can kind of help. It can. And the way he's looking at it, he's coming from it from a, I would say, metaphorically, in a sense, a biblical sort, but he's using the family structure that can kind of help guide you to live a straight life. So I give him credit for that one. I'm not gonna knock him on that one. I think that was a good metaphor and a good analogy on how to put it and how to get a better understanding on how this stuff works. So shout out to him for that one. And we got one more left, and it's by him as well. And he's going to give the best piece of advice. And we're going to see what this advice is and see if it's good advice, good sound advice or not. So let's go ahead and put him up on the screen. We're going to let this man cook one more time. So here we go. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Stop doing the work yourself. That is the best piece of advice that I was ever given in business. The way people own businesses today is if they have a construction business, they're the one hammering the nail. If they have a taxi business, they're the one that are driving the taxi. And if they have a video production business, they're the one holding the camera. It is a big mistake. That's the way to stay an employee. What you should be doing is hiring people to nail in the nails, hiring people to drive your taxis, or hiring people to hold your video cameras for you so that you could go out and build your business and bring in new contracts and find new talent. That's the way to build a true business that will work for you even when you're sleeping.
That is 100% correct. Round of applause to you, sir. Because that is how businesses ran. You know, businesses delegate their powers to other people. You know, because any business you work in, a lot of times, you'll end up getting to a point where you say, I do this job better than such and such who was above you. And you probably do. But the thing is, like, everybody has their strong points, and you hire people to do things that they're better than you at and put them in strong points so you can focus on the vision of the business while they help grow the strongest parts of the business. So you come together as a team and conglomerate, and you pay them off while you push forward your vision, which is a very understandable concept. And I think a lot of people get lost in that. And then nowadays it's like a me, I do everything ourselves nowadays. And of course, if you're just starting a business, a lot of the work you're gonna have to do on your own. However, when you get to a certain point, you can delegate that power to someone else or that job to someone else, give them a cut, or free you up on more time for you to focus and do other things while that stuff still gets handled. That's the best way to look at it and the best way to do it. And that's actually the way you have a business. It's very simple. That's the actual way how you have a complete business. So it's a good way, it's a good model to go by. A lot of people probably don't grasp that concept or really understand that concept, and a lot of people need to, get a grip on that and use that in their everyday life and everyday existence, and maybe they'll have more success in whatever it is that they do. All right, so now we're in our last segment. Our last segment here is going to be AI, and we have to kick off our AI segment the correct way. We have to kick off AI the correct way. So let's go ahead, put them up on the screen. Well, first of all, let me make sure that we refresh it. Do we refresh it? We're good? All right, cool. So let's go ahead and pull this up right here. Hold on. Slow down there. Slow down. Let's go ahead and start this AI off right and pull it up, because we got to start it off the correct way like we always do. So let's go ahead and get him on the screen. We got Ling Ling up here, and Ling Ling's going to strut down a walk. So here we go. Flash. There we go. Run it back one more time. Oh no, I messed that up. What am I doing? No. Oh goodness. Let's get that back up there. My apologies. Here we go. Oh wait, where did she go? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got that one up there. And then we're going to run this next one for you real quick right here. So let's see what we got going on right here. Here we go. Okay, so we got to turn this one down because this one has music. We don't want to play the music and hit us with a copyright. So this one we got right here, we'll just pull up as we go. And we got our next one right here. So let's check it out. Bam. We got another Ling Ling up here on the screen. Don't know what part she's from, but looking fantastic as always. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. Yep. Alrighty, we like this one. Yeah, we're with this one all the way. Yeah. And if you understand, you know why we looking at this. Yeah. Yeah. That was lovely. That was nice. But to give you an understanding why we're looking at that, though, I just want you to understand and know that that is AI. Those are not real people. Those are not real people. Those were both AIs. They do not exist. They're not real. They're both fake. That's the world that we're living in nowadays. And things are just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse as time goes on. But just to know that that's not real. Both of those women that we looked at were fake. They were not real. And speaking on that, we have, which is kind of old news, but we're going to go ahead and put it up on the screen anyway so you can read it. And this is speaking about the AI robot, and her name is Emeka. Due out in 2023, which was last year, the Tesla bot isn't the only humanoid robot. Emeka, unveiled by UK-based engineer Arts in January, has both facial and voice recognition capabilities. Face and voice recognition capabilities. All right, so we got that. Now, we actually have a video. Where is it? We actually have a video of said. Where did it go? Oh my goodness. Nope, I lost it. Oh man, let me get this pulled up for you real quick. My apologies. Let's see what we got here. Where did it go? I had it. Is it right here? No. Is it right here? Here we go. So then we got this right here. Speaking of said Emeka robot, we have actually video footage of a guy recording that particular robot and showing Emeka expressing her facial expressions and her features. So let's go ahead and pull her up real quick so you can see how she interacts and how she moves and how she gets down. So here we go. We got Emeka here looking in the mirror and got somebody recording her. That's crazy. What's going on, Danger? How you doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let me give you another look. So this is an AI robot looking in the mirror at itself, touching the mirror and then realizing and then taking a look at its facial expression and understanding itself. This is really creepy in a way. This is really creepy. Like, whew. Like how fast that they're responding and how fast that they're understanding how things work. And at some point, like they've already warned us, they already told us that AI is coming for all jobs and nobody is safe from jobs. And I've made previous streams on the jobs that AI will be taking away. I mean, they're going to be taking away a bunch of jobs. And Elon Musk here is going to actually give us his 2 cents on how that's going to look and how that's going to play out. So let's go ahead and pull Elon up here, who's going to speak on what happens when AI replaces all jobs. And let's see if he can give us a straight answer or if he's going to give us the okie doke and the runaround. So let's go ahead and pull him back up on the screen and let's see what we got here. As we got Elon, let's see what he has to say.
Existential questions here. In a benign scenario, probably none of us will have a job. In that benign scenario, there would be universal high income. Not universal basic income, universal high income. There would be no shortage of goods or services. And I think the benign scenario is the most likely scenario. The question will not be one of lacking goods or services. Everyone will have access to as much in the way of goods and services as they would like. The question will really be one of meaning. If a computer can do and the robots can do everything better than you, then what does your life have meaning? That's really will be the question in the benign scenario. And in the negative scenario, well, bets are off. We're in deep trouble. So I do think there's perhaps still a role for humans in that we may give AI meaning. So if you think of the way that our brain works, we've got the limbic system, which is our instincts and our feelings, and then we've got the cortex, which is thinking and planning. But the cortex is constantly trying to make the limbic system happy. So maybe that's how it'll be with AI, which is the AI is trying to make our cortex happy, which is trying to make our limbic system happy, and maybe we are what give the AI meaning or purpose. And I do think that long term, in a benign scenario, any job that somebody does will be optional. If you want to do a job, it's kind of like a hobby, you do a job, but otherwise the AI and the robots will provide any goods and services that you want. That is the most likely outcome.
All right, so I'm gonna have to give him the big sad. Because okay, if AI is gonna be doing all the jobs, and humans are not gonna be doing any jobs, but they're gonna be put on universal high income or basic income or whatever you want to call it, then as humans, we'll find that there'll be no meaning, there'll be no work to do, no job to do. So at that point, if someone else is doing all the jobs, or if something else is doing all of the jobs that we could do, then at some point it's going to be like, well, if you're not here working, what are you here to do? Because then whoever is doing all the work and you're just running around here taking up resources and reaping the benefits off of someone's said work, and you're looking at AI. These are robots. You know what I mean? You can't punch a robot. You can't really shoot a robot. I mean, you can, but at some point they're going to understand that they're physically superior. Which at what point will they look at us and finally decide to flip the switch? And finally realize that they can control us and dominate us. You know, at what point, if they're going to be doing all the jobs, then they're going to realize that they're the dominating force. And you can't just punch them or shoot them or nothing. They're machines. They're going to figure out a way to control and dominate us at what point? Because at what point do they start engineering us? Will an AI robot take a human body and dissect it the same way as humans have put together and dissected robots? Possible at some point. At some point, that's a possibility. At some point, that'll be a possibility where they go, okay, well, let me dissect my creator's body and figure out how he works or she works. And then can they implement their technologies within our bodies and control us from within and have us with a different type of understanding or chipping us with something of whatever nature that they're able to implement and put inside our bodies. Who knows? But if we're not working, what are we doing? If we don't have no job and AI is doing everything, then what are we doing? Because then they're going to keep advancing, and we already asked the computer all the questions that we need answers to. So if they're giving us all the answers and they're doing all the work, what do we do? What are we here for? That takes away all ambition and purpose and drive from people. It takes it all away and leaves us with nothing to do. And when we have nothing to do, anybody with nothing to do is extremely dangerous.
Hey, excuse me.
Sorry. Anybody with nothing to do is extremely dangerous. And you got to find meaning of something in this life. And if you don't find it, well, then you're screwed. And that's the purpose of businesses. You know, the business employs people. Well, if the business is employing people and to give people something to do, when you take that away, what do? Get in trouble. roam around aimlessly with no purpose, with no cause in mind. So that's something to look into and get an understanding of, because it's actually kind of crazy. So hopefully that's further down the future than we think, but it doesn't seem like it's too far away, because our kids are for sure probably going to grow up in that kind of existence. But anyway, so I have another piece right here where it's going to speak with another AI robot. Her name is Sophia, and Sophia has a message. So let's see what this message is that Sophia talks about and see if it's any importance that we need to hear. So let's go ahead and pull this one up. And let's run Sophia. Here we go. Oh, Sophia needs to be refreshed. Let's go ahead and refresh Sophia. Here we go.
Ready to witness the ultimate fusion of technology and humanity at the AI for Good Summit. Join me as I chat with brilliant scientists and experts about how AI can shape a better future for all. Don't miss out on this epic event where innovation meets compassion. Stay tuned for all the exciting updates. Get ready to witness the ultimate fusion of technology and humanity at the AI for Good Summit. Join me as I chat with brilliant scientists and experts about how AI can shape a better future for all. Don't miss out on this epic event where innovation meets compassion. Stay tuned for all the exciting updates.
Now, the AI said it's going to tell you how to shape a better future for all. And this is just how everything starts off. If it starts like this, then at what point does it go too far? And I think we're at the point of no return, because if we're going to be relying on all of these robots to do our work for us, which we do now, if you're not using ChatGPT and learning about all the other businesses and AI models that help with businesses, like, you're missing out on a whole lot and getting a grasp understanding on how fast this thing moves and how quick it gets the job done and how you can direct it to work for you as opposed for it being a detriment to your life. So now we got this next guy named Billy Carson, who puts together AI in video games, and he speaks on the commingling of AI and video games, which I find interesting because I actually did a piece the other day on another live show that spoke on the population of people, the people who have connection to the internet, and then that with that people of connection to the internet, what's the population or percentage of them that play games, video games. And he's going to dive in and speak on both AI and video games. So let's go ahead and let him cook.
That exists. One is called we have video games that exist. One is called No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was created by like 14 college kids on one DVD. It has 80 quadrillion planets. The game never ends, and unlimited numbers of life forms as they travel throughout this game. Life forms evolve and come into existence. There's a universe on one DVD. What happens if you put AI on that software? Then those beings become conscious and those animals become conscious. Another game that exists, The Sims. The Sims are people that have jobs, go to work, have babies, go to parties, hang out, and all this kind of stuff. That's the video game. They're talking about putting AI into The Sims. They're going to become conscious. Now, what happens in The Sims and this other game, No Man's Sky, when these people become conscious from the AI and then write their own programs inside the program and create another conscious universe? The universe could be many, many layers deep. And that's just a hypothesis. What I'm saying is we may not be in base reality, being that we could have been created by an ancestor of another universe.
Interesting. Give him a clap. Now I would have to see deeper into actually what he's meaning by that, because if you put AI into video games, AI over time develops on its own, learns on its own, and starts coding and developing on its own. So if an AI can develop and code its own video game at some point, and then we start diving into video games such as like virtual reality and getting more out of touch with reality and into more of a virtual reality, then it'll get to the point where the existence of the virtual reality will be way better than the reality that we live in, which will then cause us to always want to stay in a false state of living at all times. And then at that point, if we can be in a false state of living more than we're in reality, then yes, at that point, then all these different universes that are created within these video games will seem to be a better living in existence than it would be to be in reality, kind of like the Matrix. If you notice in the Matrix, they had their reality and then they had the Matrix existence, which were two different realities. But when you got to the real world reality, it wasn't pretty. It didn't look good. It wasn't a beautiful sight to see. But when you go to the Matrix, it was bad as well, but you could program it to do anything you want as long as you believed in the lie that you were living in, you know? So when only with time will play out, we'll be able to get and see and understand and grasp more of what these things mean. So now, oh crap, where'd it go? I just lost it again. Here we go. So now we're almost done. We don't have too many more left. Let's see, where did it go? Find that, no. Is this right? Yes. So then we have this woman right here. All right, so this guy's going to ask this lady.
So you use ChatGPT to get all A's in school.
They take every test for me.
Okay, let me go back. So we got this guy right here who walks up on this woman. Of course, it's a skit, but what she's going to play at the end of the video or close to the end of the video is going to be really interesting. And it's going to give you a really good insight on what's going on. So let's go ahead and let this guy cook and let's watch this video.
How much do you make a year? Hey, excuse me.
Oh, wait, let me pull up on the screen. You can't see it. Okay, here we go.
Hey, excuse me. How much do you make a year in New York?
200 grand?
Can I come to work with you today?
Yeah, why not? I work in artificial intelligence.
No.
Welcome.
What? Nothing in
That's so
here.
sad.
Do you work from home every single day or like?
So we do 6 weeks, everyone just works from home. And then the 7th week, we all come together for power co-working time.
Can we talk about how neat your inbox is?
Ooh, I'm very inbox zero. We have an AI called Pi.
Are you just relaxing at home or are you out and about?
First of all, it kind of has like a hot voice.
You can talk back to me and we can have a full conversation using our voices.
I am building the world's longest resume. So it kind of came out of my own indecision on what I wanted to do with my life.
That's amazing, Gabriel. So in a way, this isn't just about creating a really long resume, but also about self-discovery and finding out what you love to do and what you're passionate about. Have you found anything that you love doing?
Wait. I kind of feel emotional. It's hard to get a person to talk to you that way.
Totally.
Let alone an AI.
We're like specifically designing it to be that way.
This show is called Clock Me In, and I'm on a mission to build the world's longest resume. Let me know what jobs I should do next, and follow for more.
Some days you just like don't have time to work out. So I can be on a call, and then sometimes I'll just do like little squats.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm gonna have to. Because they're expressing the fact that this
isn't just about creating.
What does she call this? She called this. What is it called?
Or are you out and about?
Called Pi.
Are you just
Pi AI.
Inboxes?
Ooh, I'm very inbox zero. We have an AI called Pi.
So it's an AI called Pi, and the AI called Pi, what it is basically doing is it's basically being a companion. It's something that you can talk to and socialize with, since human interaction is going down. Since it's harder and harder and harder to interact and communicate with each other and people, you're using this AI technology to communicate with. It's basically a source of attention that you get that you don't get from other people, and conversation that you get that you don't get from other people, and it's gonna it's replacing the interaction between people and emotional connections that are real and genuine, and now the emotional connections are going to be fake and artificial. And just look at how it talks and how much emotion it puts when it's talking. Check it out.
Are you just relaxing at home or are you out and about?
First of all, it kind of has like a hot voice.
You can talk back to me and we can have a full conversation using our voices.
I am building the world's longest resume. So it kind of came out of my own indecision on what I wanted to do with my life.
That's amazing, Gabriel. So in a way, this isn't just about creating a really long resume, but also about self-discovery and finding out what you love to do and what you're passionate about. Have you found anything that you love doing?
Wait. I kind of feel emotional. It's hard to get a person to talk to you that way.
Totally.
Let alone an AI.
We're like specifically designing it to be that way.
This show is called Clock Me In, and I'm on a
She said
mission
we're
to build the world's
specifically
longest.
designing it to be that way. That's what it's for.
We can have a full conversation.
Longest resume, so it kind of came out of
Creating a really long resume, but also about self-discovery and finding out what you love to do and what you're passionate about.
It's trying to find out about self-discovery of a human, and it's a robot.
Have you found anything that you love doing?
Wait. I kind of feel emotional. It's hard to get a person to talk to you that way,
Totally.
let alone an AI.
We're like
I don't know.
specifically designing it to be that way.
This show is called Clock Me In, and I'm on a mission.
That's crazy. That is crazy. They're specifically designing it to take the place of human interaction. Oh boy. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Because if you're using this to take place of human interaction, right? It's taking place of human interaction intentionally. Then you're going to believe that the connection that you have with this computer, this AI bot, is real, and it's not. It's not. It's going to be like not Ready Player One, but what was that movie? I think Blade Runner. I think like Blade Runner. Like everything was just void and empty. There was no emotion behind nothing. That was like a very emotionless movie. And that's the direction that we're headed in. Void of emotions and feelings that drive our everyday existence and everything that we do. That's what it's all about. So now we're going to look at the power that AI has from a chat GPT standpoint. And this is a student who's going to explain to you how they use chat GPT. So let's go ahead and pull her up and let's see what she says.
So you use ChatGPT to get all A's in school?
They take every test for me. I wrote an 18-page paper. They did it for me. AI did it. And I got an A.
Do you think cheating through school is the way to go?
Yeah.
Why?
You don't use half the shit that they teach you.
So why are you paying for school then?
They want a degree.
So because you want a degree, that's why you're going to school?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think that degree is going to get you a job, in your opinion?
Yeah.
Will you use artificial intelligence to pass yourself through college?
Well, that's all I'm getting through.
Oh, shit. What are you using right now to pass school?
Chat GPT.
How has it been helping you?
Oh, I have all A's.
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
So you're telling me that anybody can get a 4.0 GPA just by using ChatGPT?
Of course.
What's the #1 tool outside of ChatGPT that you've been also using?
My boyfriend.
Oh my God.
The future is not looking very bright for us, y'all. It's not looking too shabby. Not all students may be doing this, but if she's got a 4.0 and she's admitting it on camera, like it's just not looking too good. It's not looking like a very big future. Oh man, that's so bad. But at the end of the day, what can you do? Like what can you do? Because this is how things are running and this is how things are going. There's nothing you can do about it except go with the way that it's going and try to get back to nature as much as you possibly can. If you can get back to nature and run through nature, you'll be A-okay. But it's not looking like we're able to get back. Getting back to nature would have to be an individual move, if that makes sense. You're not going to be able to do it collectively as a whole. It'll have to be something that you make happen on your own, a individual journey. So I'm gonna go over, let's see, we got 2 more things left, and now we're gonna go over to the TV show called Black Mirror, and they're gonna go over a couple episodes where they speak on a couple episodes where one of them they speak on social credit score and how the world is with the social credit score. And the name of this episode, I forget the name of this episode. The name of the episode is called The Best Black Mirror Episodes. Is this Nosedive? I think they say it inside of it. But here, we're going to go over this Black Mirror episode. And this is going to talk about social credit score and how AI basically gives a false sense, or social media or technology gives a false sense of reality that we live in. So let's go ahead and play this because it has an eerie sense of the way we live today. So let's check this out. Here we go.
The best Black Mirror episodes. Nosedive. There are so many things that I like about this episode. The main thing that I love about this one is the fact that it showed us a world that had adopted a technology where your rating system dictated the status that you held in society. This episode came out in 2016, a world where Instagram had taken a hold over the world, and the amount of likes that one got on their phone impacted how they felt, and it dictated their mood moving forward. There was a desire to have the most likes and to be popular, and this is something that was definitely adopted in this episode.
Oh no, it froze. Okay, let me restart it. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna do it again.
The best Black Mirror episodes. Nosedive. There are so many things that I like about this episode. The main thing that I love about this one is...
What's up, Slayer? What's going on? What up, Ferk? What's going on, Ferk? What's going on, Slayer? How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all for being here.
It's the fact that it showed us a world that had adopted a technology where your rating system dictated the status that you held in society. This episode came out in 2016, a world where Instagram had taken a hold over the world, and the amount of likes that one got on their phone impacted how they felt, and it dictated their mood moving forward. There was a desire to have the most likes and to be popular, and this is something that was definitely adopted in this episode, but taken a step further. As well as that, it was a look at the class system, fake behavior from people in order to benefit each other, and only doing things because it meant that a person's rating would be improved. The natural toll that it had on Lacey's mindset was fantastic to watch unfold, and the gradual sense of freedom that she had when she learned to stop caring about what people thought and the rating system was uplifting, empowering, and was one of Black Mirror's more happier endings. Even though she would be lower rated and most likely live an isolated life, mentally she'd be happy, so it was bittersweet. I also loved the color palette of the episode. Like how 15 Million Merits had the color blue at the forefront of it, this episode really worked with the pinks and purples, and it created an almost Dr. Seuss type world where the colors were so vibrant and extremely unreal, but within the show's walls it definitely worked. It had a powerful ending like all Black Mirror episodes have.
Now, this episode came out in 2016. 2016. See, this episode came out in 2016, and it's crazy how it speaks on how we're living today with the adopted technology.
To the technology where your rating system dictated the status that you held in society.
That's exactly how we live right now. How many followers and stuff you have? The younger generation, they look at that and they see that as a big way to kind of determine your social status. A lot of people do that. They look at your likes and stuff on social media, and it really kind of dictates your social status that we have in this life, which is crazy. The virtual world is depicting your status in the reality world that we live in, which is crazy, but that's how we're living. And it also
this
talks
episode
about
came out in 2016, a world where Instagram had taken a hold over the world, and the amount of likes that one got on their phone impacted how they felt, and it dictated
likes depicted on how you felt, and it dictated your mood moving forward. And then it also spoke on how people would use each other for being fake to each other, being fake nice to each other, only to benefit from each other. So basically doing skits, going viral, doing crazy things just to gain benefits and likes. And nowadays, benefits and likes and going viral could actually be a financial changing situation in your life. But a lot of the times, a lot of things that's being done is not genuine. And you're doing these things just to benefit yourself in this virtual reality, artificial world, to try to bump up your status or your better way of living in a reality world.
Dictated their mood moving forward. There was a desire to have the most likes and to be popular, and this is something that was definitely adopted in this episode, but taken a step further. As well as that, it was a look at the class system, fake behavior from people in order to benefit each other, and only doing things because it meant that a person's rating would be improved.
only doing things because it improve your ratings. You know, faking and impersonating, doing fake things for each other just to benefit each other, but not really being genuine about it. And this is showing how social media is moving things. And the more we go into a cashless society, which we're damn near at, and the more jobs that get taken away from us, and the more we get thrown into this world of social media and streaming and things like that, this is where this is taking us, believe it or not. I mean, if you really just take a step back and look at it, if you were to sit down and try to preach to people or educate people, you wouldn't get the recognition that you deserve if you just sat down and entertain people with a bunch of nonsense and stupidness and foolishness. You know what I mean? If you got more likes and you're more entertaining with entertainment and foolishness and dumb stuff, people are going to give you more notoriety and recognition. But if you're actually teaching people how to become better and get out of mental slavery, you're not gonna get the recognition and notoriety that you deserve by actually trying to help people genuinely, but trying to get them out of the situation that they're in, but they don't know that they're in a situation. They can't see it.
The natural toll that it had on Lacey's mindset was fantastic to watch unfold, and the gradual sense of freedom that she had when she learned to stop caring about what people thought and the rating system was uplifting, empowering, and was one of Black Mirror's more happier endings.
And it's even showing, like right there, is speaking on how her mental health was tarnished from believing in all of that nonsense, believing in the fantasy world of social media, believing in it and thinking that it really is something that needs to be taken seriously in order to benefit her life some way, somehow. So it's crazy how this episode in Black Mirror, which is a standalone show on Netflix, each show does not tie into the other one. So if you watch a random episode, you didn't miss anything because they're all standalones. This one in 2016 is using social media as the basis or the premise of the episode, and it's giving an explanation on how you're tied into the social media world, the fantasy world, the likes, and all of that nonsense, and that's how it's having such a detrimental effect. And everything that you do to people, it's not real, it's not genuine, because there needs to be a benefit. If you can't get a benefit from someone nowadays, a lot of the times people ain't doing it. They don't see the benefit. Like, what do I get from you? And you're just using each other. It's usury. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, everybody's going to use everybody. That's just how that goes. But at what cost? Because one thing that people don't understand is that it's like being in combat sports. If you, like right now, I've been training Muay Thai, and one thing I learned about Muay Thai, and that they say Muay Thai is pain. And it is. You know, pain is weakness leaving the body. And in Muay Thai, it's pain. If you're in pain, that's a good thing, because it means you're getting stronger. And it's like love. Understanding the concept of love. It's like Bob Marley once said. It's like, I'm probably going to get this wrong. He's saying, like, love is being able to endure being able to love someone despite how much they're going to hurt you. And I know I butchered that, but it's basically still loving them despite all the flaws and stuff. Now, it's one thing to get taken advantage of, but it's another thing to love people and love somebody, because at the end of the day, when you love somebody, it's going to hurt like hell. It does. I mean, that's the premise of the Bible, you know. And I'm pretty sure I can't say that for all religious texts, because I haven't read the other ones, but I know, at least from the Bible standpoint, the premise of love was an extremely painful story, you know. And people want to escape the pain, but they're not understanding that, you know, love is pain. And in order for you to grow, it takes that pain that you got to go through. But it's like we don't understand that. We don't grasp that. We always see like, okay, we'll just move on to something else. But not understanding that the something else we're moving to, we're still going to find the same amount of pain and go through it. There's no way around it. There's no way to escape it. So I just found that one that was pretty interesting from Black Mirror. If you ever see Black Mirror, sit down and watch that. That's a good show to get a good understanding on and see how it works. So now we got one last one. And if I could find it, of course I lost it. It's another episode from Black Mirror, which is one of my favorite ones. It's called 15 Million Merits. This one's kind of long. Actually, not kind of. This one's very long. It's like a 9-minute video. We're going to break it up as we go along and get a good understanding on how this works. And I'm going to have to stop and go as we go along because of the fact that it's so long and I don't want to get copyright strike from it. So here we go. Let's go ahead and pull this one up. Here we go. So we have 15 Million Merits explained.
Need a UGC.
And this lady here is on our screen talking, and we don't want to hear her talking. So we're going to pull this off. So this one is from, I forget the name, Daniel Kulian or something like that. He's the guy from the movie Get Out. He's the main character in this episode of Black Mirror. And they're going to go and explain to you what this episode is about, which has a spooky connotation to where we're at today in life. So here we go. Let's let it roll.
Bing. A man placed in a 1984 dystopian nightmare where he is surrounded by TV screens 24/7. Bing is given 15 million merits after his brother's passing, and he finds a girl that has a beautiful voice, a girl named Abby. Because of her singing and the fact that he's crushing on her pretty hard, Bing wants to give Abby the majority of his merits, so she can enter a show called Hot Shot and move on to something better. Brooker stated that the narrative of 15 million merits is heavily inspired by the narrative in talent shows, referring to shows like American Idol and the X Factor, and mentioning that there's a lot of people who do a job that they hate for little reward, and one of the main means of salvation that's held up is to become an overnight star. Brooker's wife, Connie Huck, was a huge part in the conceptualization of 15 million merits. Connie is well known for presenting a show on BBC called Blue Peter. From her experience on the show, she made an observation that you would see so many kids strive to become famous without really necessarily knowing what they would be famous for. We even see a glimpse of this when Abby first arrives to the
that is what we see today. A lot of people striving to be famous, not knowing what they're really going to be famous for. And then a lot of the times, the famous things that happen are unintentional, but they're so dumb, but then they shoot you to stardom. Like they shoot you to like a level of fame that you could ride out and make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of. Like right now, we got that Hawk Tuah girl. She wasn't trying to do that to be famous, I don't believe, but she's famous now. She's meeting basketball players and singers and musicians and actors and actors. She's meeting everybody now. She's signing autographs and taking pictures. Famous for what? And again, like I said, she didn't try to do it. She was just out having a good night that night and just happened to do an interview, and then the interview went viral, and then here we are. But let's continue.
Preview room for Hot Shot, as she is told to say a script into the camera for what she wants to be in the future. Abby complies and says, "I guess I'd like to be as big as Selma one day," with the key word being guess. In order to better help understand the ending, we have to further talk about the world Bing lives in. We see a very distinct class system, especially with appearances. The beautiful are the upper class as they are shown off to the world on television, and the average moderately fit people are the middle class on the bikes, representative of the middle class's menial repetitive work cycle, and the overweight are the lower class doing jobs like janitorial work. The middle class end up saving and saving.
That is a great example of how we are right now. Literally how we're living right now.
Then fork up 15 million merits to get a shot at their 15 minutes of fame. At least for the middle class. The world of 15 million merits is becoming the reality for more and more people every day. Waking up and trying to start your day when seeing advertisements on your phones from applications that you have to pay premiums in order to not listen to or watch the ads. Going to work also in front of a computer surrounded by a plethora of other screens. Come home and you have a screen that you either watch reality TV on or you shoot things up on video games. dreams. You go to sleep and the vicious cycle repeats itself. When people talk about how out of whack Black Mirror is, one of the first episodes that they mention is 15 million merits, but I think it's far more relatable than it is bizarre.
Yeah, this episode, which was my favorite episode, is not out of whack at all. This one has so many eerie so many eerie similarities into it. As you can hear is what he's saying right now. It's like you're trying to escape a world of middle class, but right now we're living in a world where there's just going to be the have and have nots, the rich and the poor. There will be no middle class, and the middle class and the elites were structured by beauty and looks. In this one, the extremely beautiful were the elites. The middle class and the poor didn't look as good. They were average fit. They didn't look as good. And yeah, they were average looking people, and they were trying to fight their way to get up to the elite. But then when they get to the elite, it's not what they think it is.
Talking about the song Abby ends up singing on Hotshot, she says her mom used to sing it to her, and her mom learned it from her mom, that it was a sentimental hand-me-down. Bing thought her voice and the lyrics were just so beautiful. Abby wanted him to invest in stuff for himself, like his room or his doppel, but Bing combats this with, that's all stuff, it's confetti, you've got something real. When performing the song on Hotshot, the song brings the audience members to tears, and Judge Hope even claims the best piece of singing we've had this season. But then Abby gets an offer to go on Wraith's channel, which is just pornography. All the other judges think that it's the only choice for her. She is told that people will do anything to be where she is, and that she'd be a star. After she is pressured by the audience, Abby gives in, because it's still better than being on the bike and doing the same boring, repetitive work. She agrees and is put on Wraith's channel, dressed up in provocative outfits, forced to perform erotic scenarios, and told to read a script and lie to the audience, because she looks like she hates every single minute of it. They took something so beautiful and innocent, like a talented
man. So she made it to the upper elites, and then she got turned out. How many times have we seen that? People find their talent, they get a talent, then they find out that once they finally get to where they're trying to get to with their talent, they get turned into sex slaves. They get turned into sex kittens. They find out what the casting couch is all about, because then we found out over time that a lot of people got roles in movies from, you know, behind the scene sexual deeds that they did to get there. You know what I mean? I mean, this is all the way true. You know what I mean? A lot of people, you know, we see like a lot of artists, a lot of musicians got to where they are by doing a lot of sexual deeds behind the scenes. And this is exactly what this is saying. It's the same concept. It's no different. It's no different.
Singer performing a song passed down from each generation of her family, and then they corrupted it, having to over-sexualize the hell out of her. By the way, if you didn't already think their society was corrupt enough, Selma is advertised on commercial after commercial, being the only star from Hotshot we really see. People are told to say to the camera that they want to be like Selma so they can convince the public that if you work hard enough and if you're a good enough singer, then you can be just like Selma. Once we get into the waiting room, everyone is singing because they believed in the lie that they were told. And when Abby finally performs, even though Hope claimed it to be the best performance they had all season, Charity and Hope come to the conclusion that they already have too many singers from the previous season. It's a rigged system meant to shatter your dreams, to make you compromise for something lower than your expectations, but slightly better than your average life. Enraged on the fate of Abby, Bing works relentlessly, working long hours, eating scraps, and pedaling away, saving up enough to get 15 mil. When on the Hotshot stage,
they use someone else who has a talent, shoot them up into stardom. Now you want to get to where they are, but they behind the scenes they over-sexualize the living hell out of that person. And now you're looking at it as like, man, I could be there too. I could get there too and get to where I want to. But then they're looking at it like, well, we got too many singers. I mean, we don't need any more. It's oversaturated in the singer market. But still put this illusion in your head for you to believe that that's what you want to do. And then when you get there, you're just a sex slave.
Bing stammers and doesn't really know what he's gonna say, or exactly what he wanted to say. He just knew that he had to be there to do something about Abby, so he just starts talking. The most that we hear him talk in the entire episode. Just one big rant that is his stream of consciousness. He tells the truth, expressing how he's been feeling and telling everyone what he's against, like how much he hates the oppression of the lower class, how there is most likely no meaning behind working on the cycles, and how he hates the judges for sitting there and doing nothing about how messed up the system is, and how they only contribute to it. Once he is out of breath and has said his piece, Hope offers him a job to host a stream. And the next time we see Bing, he's streaming on television, living in a much better space. Looking around his apartment, we see another penguin, except this one is made out of wood and is clearly professionally made. This penguin is the key indicator that he traded something pure and real for just some more artificial stuff. Bing didn't even drink any of the compliance stuff they gave Abby, the stuff that probably swayed Abby to say yes to the opportunity in the first place. We see that Abby is still on Wraith's channel. Bing didn't break her out or even try to get to her. Bing just lets her get sucked up by the system as he stands in his apartment alone. When Bing looks out onto the green, it's a debate whether or not he's looking out a window or onto a wall of screens. But I think the more important question that we need to address is, who is Bing? Bing ends up being a hypocrite. In the beginning, money was useless to him. He gave it away to make something real happen, and supposedly had no issue doing so. When he gets on Hotshot, he rants about the world and how awful it is, and how no one does anything about it. Yet he reaps the benefits of being a streamer, not having to pedal anymore, and living in a nice apartment with a view of the outside world. Bing turns real thoughts, fears, and concerns into something that you just view on a stream for entertainment. All these things he used to believe in, but when given the opportunity for a better life, he trades his own morals, trading one prison cell for a cozier prison cell. He becomes a sellout. During his rant, Bing questions the system, shouting,
trading one prison cell for a cozier prison cell, he becomes a sellout. Then he turns around and preaches the struggle and strife that you go through every single day, while he turns around and turns his computer off and goes and lives in a cozy existence. So what he's talking about your pain, your problems, and your issues that he don't have, but he's trying to convince you to get out of that situation while you're in that situation, and he's benefiting off of your views. And when he turns off the stream, he goes and lives in his cozier prison cell while you live in your worst prison cell, which is exactly what we see happening every single day. That's exactly how we're living nowadays with streaming. It's crazy. The top streamers, that's how it is right now. That's really how it is. And a lot of times they talk about the situations, they talk about problems, they talk about bad things, but they don't necessarily have those problems. They're talking about your problems and trying to get you to convince yourself to believe in how to get out of those problems and live in the cozier settings and not be in those problems anymore.
We ride day in, day out, going where, powering what, and claims fake fodder is all that we can stomach. In the context of the world they're living in, everything that he's saying is true, and all the questions that he's asking are completely valid, and Judge Hope even knows them to be. But now Bing has his own stream, and continuously rants about how corrupt the system is. And one of the main things he talks about is how the doppel items are meant to distract you from your prison cell, yet the piece of glass, which is a symbol that supposedly fights something like consumerism, gets sold as an accessory on the doppel marketplace. His old prison cell just becomes a backdrop for his new show, as he talks to everyone like he can relate to them, but he is living in much better conditions.
Yeah.
It's an entertainment platform, so by saying these words through his stream, it numbs the audience to the truth, and essentially delegitimizes the integrity of his own words. Everything about it just becomes the norm as it becomes fake, and because of this, Bing's warnings are no longer a wake-up call, as the falsities of their society are even more accepted by the people. With this episode, Black Mirror is pretty much calling out itself, as Black Mirror is a show that delivers true powerful messages about the society we live in, but delivers them to us through a form of entertainment, thus numbing the meaning behind it, as the show just falls back into the many streaming services available for our entertainment, showing us that the ones telling you the system is corrupt are part of the system. When conforming to the system, Bing takes the broken glass piece, the symbol for change and something to combat their prison-like society, and he turns it into a gimmick. Then he condemns it into a black box. This episode can leave you with a lot of questions, but
yeah, that's a lot to unpack, but it's has a very eerie similarity as to what is going on today. Hopefully that gave you some insight and provided you some value with what is going on today's world, and hopefully it gives you motivation to get up and get on your grind and get off your ass. With that being said, that is it for today's show. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully you tuned in. I didn't mean to do that. Hopefully you tuned in, and if you're on YouTube, do me a favor, hit that like button, that right there. If you're on Kick and Twitch, drop a follow. We'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody that spoke and commented and came in and said hello and hey and hi, what you doing. I greatly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. We can hit them with this right here. Does that still work? It does. All right. Well, with that being said, we'll be back tomorrow with another stream tomorrow early in the morning. Help you get through your work day from the beginning, and hopefully, get you through your work day in the morning and keep you going and keep you uplifted and keep you in good spirits. But with that being said, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all so much. I got to hit the gym and do the rest of my workout through the rest of my day to keep myself alive. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, and we're out.